hopefully I can make it out.
Okay, I'll try to talk a little slower.
You're okay. It's different. It's like have you ever heard something through blown speakers?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so that's what it's been for me in the past, but for some reason I can hear you better than how I have the last few meetings.
Oh, that's weird. Hopefully I don't know, hopefully it's not my computer. I'm sorry.
Well, it might be mine. Just let me see if I can maybe fix my microphone, maybe. Where can I find that?
I wonder if maybe there's a setting on mine too that does my mic. The default built-in microphone. Oh, I don't know. Right. I don't know. Can you still hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I still breaking up?
Yeah, but I think I might be able to make it out. We'll try it.
I think I'm now echo.
Oh no.
But I can try. I know we're already starting, so do you mind if I try to ask my headphones I could borrow? That might help.
I'm sorry. I might have to shift to my room where I can shut my door between my dog and the dog next door. It's terrible. No. Well, how's everybody's week so far?
Pretty good.
What's that?
Kind of busy. Last full school. So
Right.
it's been pretty hectic. How about you?
It's been all right. I'm still pretending to adjust to my new job.
Sorry. Headphones. It's echoing.
If I'm still echoing, then I'll find some headphones too. Am I still? Stop.
I can still find. It's just when I hear my it echoes.
Oh, I hear
Oh,
it.
yeah. It's
Oh,
distracting.
me too.
I still hear myself echo.
I will, if you guys have a second, usually I'm in my bedroom where I can shut the door and I've got my earbuds and everything, but, I guess let me see what I've got.
Wait, I might have done something. Oh no, I'm still echoing.
Yeah, I'm gonna move everything to my bedroom because if not, this dog next door is gonna make us all crazy.
Okay, we might just have to deal with all the echo.
I'm going to see if I can find some sort of earbuds. Oh, I was hoping they were in here. Because it might be my laptop, maybe. If it is, I could mute it and just do more listening and less talking, which probably might not be a bad idea.
Okay, can someone say something?
Marco.
You guys still sound fine. I still hear myself echoing.
I'm sorry. I
But not
can't
as
find my
bad.
earbuds.
Testing. Okay, it's not as bad, so I'll just have to deal with it. I think it's
Your
just
mic
on my
sounds
end.
good, though. I can understand you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, so I'll just have to... Wait, say something?
Are you talking to me?
Are you
Marco.
talking? Say something again?
Polo.
I heard myself echoing in my right ear, so I thought if I took out my right earbud, then that would help it, but it also took out your guys' voices too. All right. You can get started.
I think that my kids ended up with all of my headphones and my earbuds. Okay, well I'll turn mine down really low if you wanna get started. See if that helps.
Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. I still have my echo.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I said when I said, "Oh, that's fine," I didn't hear any echoing, so that's why I was like, "Oh, wait, it's gone." But I spoke too soon.
Darn it.
Do you guys have the test open?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the first one, I just said it's a number of people in a randomly selected classroom on campus.
Yes.
Yeah. Um.
And then I read the third one, and that's observational, right?
Yeah.
But I
What did you
couldn't decide which. So is it the price of the individual cereals that they have no control over? Because
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
What's that?
Ruth, did you say something?
Because I'm trying to decide why it's like in between the first two. Because the first two would say observational. I'm trying to decide if like cereal. Because they did have a kind of a way to they had kind of a control over the cereals, right? Because it was the systematic.
Yeah, they recorded every sixth cereal.
So that's why it was the price that they had no control over, right?
Right.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
For this one, I said we will need to determine the full set of data.
What's that?
For number 3, I'm 4. Number 4.
Mm-hmm.
I said it's not possible to determine without the full set of data. Because
Well,
we don't really know the mean right now. Well, no, I don't know. Because there's like 100. Yeah. Because he's actually 21, not 12. And so the mean would go up slightly, but it's just rough. We're also like missing like 5 to like 98.
I just put that same information into Excel and the median increased. I know it doesn't give you the full set, but
Okay, if it was the mean, I would say that it would go up.
oh, okay,
Because
maybe I
the
put the wrong
median,
thing
I'm saying that it's not possible without the full set data. Because like what if right now there's like a whole bunch of like little kids?
What was our information? Males, it
Because I want to say it will increase, but I also don't know what will happen because we don't know the full set.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave real quick and try to get it on my phone just because with all the echoing, I'm starting to get kind of a headache with the earphones, like right in my ear. I'm trying to turn it down, but then it's too quiet and I can't get the volume. Sorry.
Well,
But I'm gonna
if
try
you're
to see
gonna,
if I can get you guys on my phone, like the Google Hangout. And then hopefully
you're
that
gonna leave for a
helps.
second,
Sorry. But I promise I'll get right back on.
if you're gonna leave for a second, do you care if I look for headphones really fast, Ruth? Well, I guess if I didn't realize she was gonna go completely off.
Do it.
What's that?
Go ahead.
I hate to leave everybody waiting, but I'm just thinking if she could access it from her computer, it would be so much easier for her. To do that on the phone's awful. Okay, I will be really fast, and if I don't find them really quick, then I'll just come right back. Is that okay?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, do you want to try it?
Hello.
Hey, I think this is a lot better.
Is that better? Can you hear?
Yeah, I can hear great. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I just didn't want to go searching for my earbuds and keep you waiting, but I thought, well, if you were going to jump off, then I could try to find them. So I'm glad it helps.
Yeah, so I have it on my phone now, and so it's a lot
Oh,
better with my phone.
okay.
So it was probably my computer that was giving me issues.
Or it could be you hearing yourself through my speakers too. I don't know.
I don't know, but at least it works, whatever it is.
Yes. Yes, yes. Okay.
So for 4, we said that the median will increase.
I don't know. I don't know. I could totally be wrong. I don't know. I mean, you could be right. It's 21.2. I don't know. Maybe we could just think about that one and move on to the next one.
Okay.
So if we're going to um, so we're supposed to say approximately what percentage of students will complete the exam in under 50 minutes according to that rule. Would it be 95?
Wait, 1 sec. Because it's 50 minus 70, so we have negative 20 divided by 10. That's negative 2.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you hear me earlier?
Did you
No.
say something earlier?
Yes, I was talking earlier, but then you started talking at the same time, so it's like they probably can't hear me.
Oh, sorry.
No, I think it's for some reason when I have headphones into my phone, you guys can't hear me for some reason. So that's fine. I just want to. So 68% is 1 standard deviation away, 95% is 2 standard deviations away, and 99.7 is 3, if I remember right. Is that
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So it says less than 50, so it'd be the less than negative 2z score. And I got an area of 0.0228 because you have the 95, 0.95 divided by 2. Because you get the 1 minus 0.95 would give you 0.05, but then you divide it by 2 because it's less than and not two-tailed, and so then you'd have 0.025 like that.
Gotcha.
I'm so confused. So only 2% would get under 50? Is that what you got? Oh, I lost my quiz here. Okay.
Yeah. Wait, but I would say, like, when you say 2.3, like 2.2, 2.3, or like what?
Will you tell me the math of how you did that? Again,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
so to get your z-score, you have,
Okay.
because you do the 50, because that's your score, because it's under 50 minutes, minus your mean. So it's 50 minus 70. You get negative 20. Divided by your standard deviation is negative 2. So it's you're wanting to do it to the second your second z-score, right? It's negative z-score. So when in between two, two z-scores, like the negative 2 to like the positive 2, that's covering like 95%. And then the other half is only 5%. Well, you only want to do one-tailed, so you only have 2.5%, right? So I'm asking is, because it's asking the 95 rule, the 68, 95, 99.7 rule, would we say 2.5? Because when we put it in the normal probability applet, we get 2.28, which would round up to 2.3. So would it be 2.3 or would it be 2.5?
I am not sure why I'm so incredibly lost.
I'm
So
lost
wait,
too because the 68, 95, 99.7 rule is saying that 68% is one standard deviation away. 95% is within 2 standard deviations away, and 99.7 is within 3. So where are you getting 2.3? I don't get it.
Okay. So I'm sharing my screen.
Trying to do this.
Probability applet, right? If you're right here, you have the 95, right? Because you're 2 standard deviations away. So you would, so if you're doing a simple math, this would be 2.5%, and right here would be 2.5%. Because together you'll get the 5% because this is the 95%, right? But when you're doing it when you actually plug it in, you get 2.28%, which would round up to 2.3. But it says according to the 68, 95, 97 rule, so you're doing 95 and not 95.45, you know? And so if we do this, so I'm asking, do we do it like strictly and say 2.5, or do it according to the applet and get 2.3?
I don't know, but that makes sense now that you've explained it that way.
Yes.
I still couldn't do that by myself. That's not a good thing. Because you said we figured out the z-score was negative 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
So then you'd put the negative 2 on the left side
Yeah,
of
here.
your z-score?
Yeah, so I'm screen sharing now. So I put the negative 2 right here.
Okay.
Now I have this selected, and so you get that's where you get the 2.3.
Oh, 0.023.
Yeah, because you're doing the percent.
Okay.
So move it 2 decimal places.
Yes. Okay.
I'm gonna stick with 2.5.
Cool.
If it's wrong, then we'll switch it to 2.3.
Okay, I'm going to put 0.023. Yes? No?
Well, if you guys are doing that, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Well, I already did 2.5.
Okay, so where do you get the 2.5? Or isn't it 0.025?
But you're doing percent.
That still would be, what are they asking?
Because if it says what percentage,
So you
can move the
okay.
decimal places 2 places.
Oh my gosh, what would I do without you guys? I wish we could just all do our exam together.
Okay, I'm actually doing 2.3 because that's what the applet says, Ruth. if you want to switch it to 2.3.
All right.
Okay, for the 35th.
You get a z-score of, wait. Yeah. You would get a z-score of negative 0.385. So we just have to do the math backwards. So you times it by your standard deviation of 10.2. And then you also add your mean at the end.
Will you remind me the formula on that? Because for some reason, I'm so sorry. I'm drawing the worst blank this week. Like, I have just forgotten everything that I've learned. I don't know what my deal is.
You have your x minus your mean divided by your standard deviation equals your z-score. But because it's the 35th percentile, it's larger than 35% of all the other scores. So it's still below average. So what you do is you go into the normal probability applet, and in the area you type in 0.35, and you get a z-score of negative 0.385.
Okay. And then you work that backwards, right, into your...
So then once you have the z-score, you just do it backwards.
So, and it would be the
146.773, which rounds up to 146.8.
And you did the 150.7 minus the 157, right? You did 150.7 minus 157, right? I get those backwards sometimes.
Yeah, you do your x minus your mean. So you have the mean of that. So when you're doing it backwards, you have your z-score and you times it by your, you keep your negative z-score. That's kind of important. So you have your negative z-score times your standard deviation. And then you have to add your mean to it, and then that's what you get.
Okay, so I did it wrong. Tell me what you got again, because I got like 144.4. So
I got
obviously
146.8.
Okay.
Here, if I share my screen, I can pull up my calculator.
Thank you. And then maybe you can give me the formula that's backwards so I don't have to do that algebra part of it. That would be great.
Okay. So screen share. Share. Calculator. Okay. And here. So you're doing it backwards. So you put in 0.35 right here, right?
Right.
And you get a negative. This is what you get.
Yes, I got that.
So you kind of just paste that in. But because you're doing it, your z-score is your x minus your mean.
Right, over the standard deviation.
So if you want to do division backwards, you multiply it by your standard deviation, which is 10.2. And this is what you get. And
So
then,
standard deviation times your z-score.
yes.
Okay.
And then you have to add in your mean. And you get 146.773. But you want it to do through this.
Okay.
Like 1 decimal place. And so you get up a notch.
Okay, so then you add 7. Okay.
Thanks, Ruth.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
Also, 5 and 6 are a little different. 6 says to use the applet, 5 doesn't.
Okay, so 2.5 will be for number 5.
That's what I noticed when I was doing it at the bottom. It says use the applet.
Gotcha. Okay, for question 7, if it starts off as being skewed right, we know it's going to be skewed right?
Right.
Okay. That was pretty easy.
The sample size isn't large enough for it to be normal. Wait. Can something be skewed right though? If there's only 2 things of information?
I think it just, as far as the rules that we were taught, it just stays that way.
It just goes off of the parent sample or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
it just.
Okay, Tinker trucks are.
So you do x minus m divided by your standard deviation divided by the square root of your n.
Okay. So when we find the z-score, we're going off of 8550, not 8544, right?
Don't you do the 8544 minus the 8550?
No, I thought you do 8550 minus.
Oh,
Because
see,
I thought
this is where
you
I get
do.
so messed up.
Because this is only your sample. Your sample mean is the 8550.
Okay.
So you do that, and instead your actual capacity, like the real deal, is 8544 with the standard
Okay.
deviation of that.
So it's the other way around.
Yeah, so you do 8550 minus 8544 divided by 12 over the square root of 20.
So is it 2.2?
36.
What are we supposed to? Yeah.
2.236.
Where are we supposed to? Oh, okay.
Wait, what is
What did you get?
2.236.
So, for some reason, I'm getting negative 2.236. What am I doing wrong? Are you doing, do you not have it be 8550 instead of subtracting 8544? So, I actually put it inside of the Excel sheet. And I put in the mean as 8544. The standard deviation is 12. N equals 20. I did the null hypothesis is 8550. And then the type of test was not equal to.
So if it's x minus u, right, then it's 8550 minus 8544.
Oh.
I just did the same thing and talked with your sister about it.
Okay.
Number
That
9
means that's
confuses me. Oh, see, I even, yep.
Okay. And then for number 9, you get a z-score of negative 2.357.
Okay, will you help me? Because I don't know why I get really confused on these. I don't know why. It makes me crazy. I'm taking really good notes though, so I can remind myself. So obviously we have to change our n to the 50, right? But then what's the formula? What am I looking at? Will be greater than
So you just
800.
do the formula again to get your z-score. So you do.
What was your z-score?
For this one, I got a z-score of negative 2.357.
Okay, so then what do I have to change? Do I have to change my mean and do I just change that all to 840?
Your mean stays the same. Your x changes to 8540.
Oh, okay. Oh my gosh, I make myself totally nuts. Okay, so it's the 8540 minus the 8544, right?
I think I'm doing something wrong. Why did I forget everything? I used to be good at this in the beginning of the semester.
Same, that's exactly how I feel right now. Like my brain is not working. Okay, so it's x minus u, right? So it's the 8540 minus the 8544 over your standard deviation, which is 12 divided by your square root of 50. Does that help, Jewel?
Yes.
So
Sorry,
that gives us.
My computer's doing something weird. I'm gonna scream. I'm not really gonna scream, but I am frustrated. My computer's not working with me. Sorry, so you said now we're doing the 8540 minus the. I can't pull up my test right now for some reason. I can't see the numbers. 854. Sorry, which one is it? It's the 8540 minus the
8544.
8440 or 8544. So for some reason my Excel sheet is frozen, so I'm just gonna have to do it all by hand, which is no big deal. I just like doing the Excel sheet because it's faster.
Oh my gosh, it's so much better, right?
So then when you plug it into the normal probability applet, you get the negative 2.357.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then when I put that into the applet, I get 0.991.
So you do the right-hand side, is that right?
Yeah, both.
The middle
Everything
and
except
the
for
right?
left. Yeah.
Okay. So you got 0.991?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get so I'm confused and I don't know what my deal is.
Wait, so question 9 is 0.991?
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay.
So greater than you do the middle and the right? Or no, the left and the middle.
Middle and the right. Because it's greater
Okay.
than 8. The z-score of the 8540 is the negative 2.357, right? And so
Okay.
if you want less than it, you click to the left. But if you want like more, you have to do both sides.
Okay.
So you click the middle, the middle and the right.
Uh-huh. Okay. I got it. That makes more sense. It does. Thank you. Okay, so what describes the notion of the significance level of a hypothesis test?
I said D.
Um
It's either D or A.
I think it's A.
I
Okay.
chose A.
Cool. Mm. 95% confidence.
I screw these up every time. Every time.
This
So
one scares me because it's in boxes and it says mark all that apply, which means it could be more than one.
So I want to say that I've seen that 95% of all 95%, and that was the right answer.
I remember that too.
And
also, we are 95% confident.
So I said 3 and 5.
Okay. That's what I'm thinking.
I would have messed it up no matter what. It's so bad. I wish that made more sense to me. So because their data already follows a normal distribution, even though the sample is only 16, I say A. I mean, not A, sorry. It's because the data is normal. Sorry, I meant B.
Well, yeah, it's normal because it's normal, not because it's large.
Yes.
But if it was not normal and large, it would be normal because it's large.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I knew what I meant. Just didn't come out right.
Oh.
So obviously we have two sets of data, right?
So,
Oh no, we just have one. Sorry, I forgot this is a different one.
So
So is the p-value 0.019?
Are you just putting it in the one sample t-test?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hopefully that's right.
He's doing a zero null hypothesis.
Oh, did I mess that up? Let me see.
What are we doing here?
Oh, I might have messed that up then. Yep.
we score.
Okay. Oh gosh. Oh wait, the
Wait.
S&P has a known population mean return of 0.95. Wouldn't that be? Would we put that 0.95 in the null hypothesis? Because it's 0.95.
But what's the 500
Oh, is
for?
it the mean? I don't know. I'm confused. I'll have to read it again. Okay. 39 months, an average of the Standard & Poor's 500 stock index for the same period. The data are recorded. The S&P has a known population mean return of 0.95. Isn't that your hypothesis? Is that or
Oh, mean, yeah, so that's the mean.
less than? So would you put that in your null hypothesis? I think I'm overthinking this.
Less than
Question,
500
where'd you
is the
get your
alternative.
0.019?
What's that?
Where'd you get the 0.019?
Where did I get it?
Mhm.
Well, that was why I was asking that question a whole bunch of times. Is that null hypothesis? What goes in there? 0?
The 0.95, I think, is the mean. Then the null hypothesis is 500.
Well, I think 500 is only has to do with the stock. That's just the name of it, right?
Oh.
Standard & Poor's 500 stock index.
Oh, the
So
S&P.
I think that's just
Oh,
the
yeah,
name
so
of
you're
it.
right. The
So what did
null
we
is
do?
0.95. You're right.
Is
Thanks.
that right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's where I got the 0.1019 as I put the 0.95 in the null hypothesis. And then I said less than. Is that right? Because he wants to
Because it's
know.
worse than.
Okay,
So I got 0.019. Is that what you're getting?
Yes,
yeah,
but I could be wrong.
that's what I got. Once you explained it like that way, I was like, let's see the 0.95. I'm like, okay, that's the confidence level. Like my mom was home and I was like,
Right?
what do I put for the null?
Okay, so for 14, I was thinking D is dependent sampling. The husband's income depends to some degree on his wife's income, right? So,
No, I think it's B.
oh, B?
Yeah, because it is
Oh,
dependent.
oh, sorry. Yes.
Yeah.
Nope, you're right.
I
Oh,
got B
wait,
too.
B or is it?
What?
Yes. Sorry. I know what I'm thinking. I just have to pay more attention, is what I really need to do.
Opening up Excel.
Yeah, it's still loading for
Oh,
me.
this is the
So
one
I
where we have to do the paired or just the two?
I think just the two. Just the two, I think.
That's what I thought. I just want
Yeah.
your opinion.
Okay, so
Okay.
And with the 2, it doesn't matter what order you put the 2 columns in, right?
Wait, but you still have to delete the ones that don't have a
yes.
corresponding one, right? Okay.
What?
Come here, Bubba.
You get a few ones that have blanks.
I'm gonna give you some loves. I'm staying at Dad's.
'Cause remember we had this pair of data before.
So Saturday, can I stay at Dad's till Saturday?
I don't remember.
No, just it. Saturday afternoon, because that's when he's gonna meet up with Karen.
Oh, I do remember now that I'm actually looking at it. So when there's a blank on one side, you have to blank the other one out, right?
Yeah.
And you don't replace it with zeros, right?
Correct.
Okay, so what did you get? Did you get 0.412? Sorry, I was.
Yep, 0.412.
Oh, good. Yay, at least I got something right by myself.
Based on the results.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say.
So if it's 0.412, then it's greater than. So you've. So you failed to reject the null, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it was greater than the level of significance.
So
So
do you say no because the p-value is
Yep, not A.
well, you failed to reject it, which means you actually kind of accepted the null hypothesis, right?
And the null is that they're equal, not different. So I got A.
Yeah, I got A too.
Right. So no, because it was greater. Yes, agreed.
Or let's say company wants it value.
State. Okay, so that is receives estimates.
I said the C, the third one. Is that right?
So which test would we use to do this one?
Wait,
That would
what
tell
number
us,
is-
right? Where did I put that at? I have my little. So estimates, the company subtracts the value given by the first appraiser from the value given by the second appraiser. So which test is that? And that will tell us what our, do you guys remember what the requirements were?
I think
Subtracts
it's
the
a
first from the,
two-sample t-test.
and is it the, yeah, well, is it the two sampled or is it the pair sampled? Because it says that it subtracted one from the other. It did the difference between the two. So to me, it says that it's a dependent test, right? One's dependent on the other.
Yeah.
And the requirements are that it's a simple random sample and the mean of the differences follows a normal distribution in the QQ plot, if that's the right test. So if they roughly form a straight line, then yes. Because
Yeah, I got the third one.
yes, I agree.
Yeah.
But now this is because we know it's a pair, this is what confuses me. 18, it says, now suppose the company of the previous question wants to use a hypothesis test to determine whether the estimates given are different. Which of the following would be the most appropriate pair of hypotheses for such a test?
I said
So
A.
at first I was looking at A because it's checking if it's equal to each other or not. But the paired hypothesis, isn't that one, it's UD equals 0 is the null hypothesis for a paired?
Yes, and so that's what I got was the C.
C.
Wait, so we were supposed to do it in a paired sample t-test?
Well, that's what I was thinking because, okay, so it says, after they receive the estimates for each home, the company subtracts the value given by the first appraiser from the value given by the second appraiser. So they're dependent. You have to have the value of that particular home from one appraiser by another value of that same home by another appraiser. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Am I wrong?
No, it makes sense.
Okay.
So did you say, which one did you say again for 18?
C.
Okay.
And is the next one B? I'm so bad at this.
I got B.
Wait, I was like, I want to scroll down and start like changing everything. Yeah, that's what I got.
I have 12.5 for number 20.
20? I got 50.
Yeah?
Well, because that was the one where I found that you multiply the denominator by 10.
Oh,
Because you want it to be
10?
both answers to be greater than 10.
What I did was 4 divided by 4 divided by 5 divided by 10. Because n times p is supposed to be greater than 10. What? I think I could be full of it. No, let's see. So 4 divided by 5 is 0.8 times 12.5 is not that. Wow, I'm amazing. I obviously had a really rough lunch today because that's when I was doing this. Wow. I'm so glad you guys don't listen to me. Well, wait. I did do that. Okay, so we guys calculate 12.5 times 4 divided by 5? Am I crazy? 4 divided by 5.
What did you say?
Well, I was just thinking 4 divided by 5 is 0.8 times 12.5 is 10. I really think that's the answer.
Okay. Let's do 12.5.
Well, I could be wrong, but so P equals 4 over 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
And P times N is supposed to be equal to 10 or greater, right?
Mm-hmm.
So isn't 4 over 5 times 12.5, doesn't that equal 10? I could be doing it completely wrong.
I would say, yeah.
I'm gonna try that, and I totally trust you guys' judgment. If you wanna,
I'm doing
whatever you want to,
12.5 for 20, and for 21 I put B.
Okay, 21. Oh yeah, so which one are we supposed to use? So your little brother has a career batting average. You determine
Wait.
he'll probably have a batting average over .25 next season. So the .233, is that the mean?
Wait, going back to 20, I just want to make sure. So the two tests, n times p is greater than or equal to 10. And then it's also 1 minus p
Oh yeah.
times
Oh, I
n is
didn't do
greater
that.
than or equal to 10. Right?
Yeah.
So it's not 12.5 because that doesn't follow the second test.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I should have figured that out. Okay. So let's think about this. 1 minus. Okay, tell me it's 1 minus p.
It is 50.
50? Okay,
Yeah.
will you tell me that? I'm so sorry. Tell me.
I didn't realize I had clicked mute on accident. So I was trying to tell you guys, I was like, it's 50, guys, but
Okay, so tell me what the second formula is. It's 1 minus.
I'm pretty sure it's 1 minus p times n, right?
Times n.
So then,
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So what you do, it was my fault. I clicked mute, so I was like screaming, wait. But then I realized I was on mute, and I was, yeah. What I've always done is, because I've always multiplied the denominator by 10, and then that's usually how I end up getting it, and that's always worked. For me.
Oh, I really like shortcuts. I'm sorry. You should just tell me to shush.
Well, at first I was thinking it's 12.5 too. I was like, wait, Ruth, that doesn't sound right. It's 12.5. But then I remembered the second test, and I did the math, and it's 50.
Okay,
But you guys
I'm
didn't hear
sorry.
my end of the conversation because I put myself on mute. I was like, why is no one responding to me?
All right, Ruth. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm wrong.
It's all good.
Okay. Well, thank you for saving us. No, thank you both for saving me. Okay, so tell me how we know to use the .233 versus the .25, if you wouldn't mind. Hello?
So
Okay.
he already has the average of .233, but you want to see if he goes up 40 times, if it's fair to say that he will have a batting average over .250. You know?
Okay. Yes.
So it's basically the same thing as before, because you want to see if it's .250. So you want to see if he can have a batting cage of like 1/4. You know?
Yeah. I gotcha.
So because it's like 1/4, you want to see if 40 times .75 is greater than 10, and if 40 times 1/4 is greater than 10, and both are satisfied. I got B. I did too.
Okay. So I was thinking D. chromosomes of dog. Assume that the true proportion of dog, whatever that word is, that contained the male chromosome. So I just kept that same verbiage. Oh, is that not D, C, right? No. No, I'm thinking it was the last one. I don't know.
Okay, wait. I think it's the last one because P hat we know is the sample proportion, and if you go above, it's not that we're trying to find which one will produce female. The proportion is which ones will produce male.
Or is it A? There's a 51.2% chance that the randomly selected. So we'll have them. Oh, I think too hard about this.
I'm pretty sure it's D because
D sounds
P
more
hat is supposed to be the sample proportion. So it's what they've already found. 51.2% of the gametes in the sample have the male chromosome.
Okay.
It's what they found.
include the sample, I think.
So we're thinking D.
D, yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
Hopefully we're right.
And don't we just take? Do we take the 320 and divide it by the 750 to get the answer for 23?
Not actually.
No.
I don't know.
Oh.
1 second. I was just gonna try to plug it into Excel.
The probability that fewer
It's hurting me all day.
than 320. So if 320 of 750 adults suffer from that, then the percentage of that is 0.427. But I don't know if that's the right math.
Yeah, I forget the formula. Wait, is this just a one sample, one proportion?
I think this
It's
is just a
definitely one sample.
probability.
No.
I don't know, I think it's simpler than it sounds. I think it's just dividing one over the other.
Is it 0.643?
How'd you get that?
That's a good question. This thing. Hopefully I did this right. So correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just gonna, because you guys are on my phone, so I'm going to try something. Ugh. Oh, there you go. Can you guys see my screen?
Kinda.
Okay. Sorry, it's not as cool looking as sharing my screen, but this is what I use. I said I put 350 there, 750 there. I did the null hypothesis of 46%, and we want to know and less than, but I just kind of guessed. I don't know how accurate this is. And then I got a z-score, or I guess the p-value is what you really want, so that's the probability 0.3. But I first got the z-score of 0.366, and then
Which one are you using? I'm sorry, which Excel sheet are you using?
Categorical data analysis. Am I putting it all in the right spot? Like 350.
That's what I would do. I just didn't know where to look, so I was trying to find a formula for it, and I wasn't finding anything.
Yeah, same. I was actually looking for that that spreadsheet, and I don't even have it open. No wonder. Okay, so that's the one I was looking for. Okay, so and okay, so what did you use for the null hypothesis?
So
Was the 45?
Yeah, 0.5.
But X would be 320 and not 350.
Oops.
Oh, that's funny. I just did the same thing in my spreadsheet.
It is 320. And also I accidentally put 0.46 in the null instead of 0.45.
Okay, and then we want to know, is it
So at 0.09.
Less than, and then, so what is the probability that, so is that the p-value?
Yeah.
So I have, because I put the type of test is less than, the null hypothesis is 0.45. Well, but it says the probability that fewer than 320.
Yeah, so I put,
right?
Yes, 0.099.
Okay, gotcha.
Is that what you guys got?
Yeah, I just plugged in the z-score into the applet.
What?
I plugged the z-score into the applet instead of subtracting.
But also they tell you in the Excel sheet too.
In the Excel sheet, your p-value is 0.901.
And what is the, she told us to use the applet, right? Did she tell us to
In
use
my
that?
Excel sheet, it's 0.099.
Oh, that's the,
actually greater than. No wonder. Because I was like, I'm getting something weird. So then I just changed it. Okay, yeah. You do get 0.099.
Okay.
As you're testing against that.
So isn't the p-value the 0.091?
That's what I was thinking. Is this a trick question? For 25, I got A.
Okay, so 25. Oh, what am I thinking? Dog breeder, and you want. It says it's known that the distribution of the fertility levels of Cocker Spaniels is normal. So if it's normal, then it doesn't matter what N. Okay, that's what I had for that one.
You're right.
See, I'm okay with the English part of it. It's the math part of it. It's like Japanese.
Okay.
To determine if the proportions of men. Okay, so this is obviously one of the categorical tests, right? And you're comparing two sample 41 men. Requirements. Okay, so that just depends on the type of test, right? So if it's a two sample, is it a two sample categorical test?
It's definitely a
Yeah,
categorical thing because it's a do you like anchovies or not?
Right. And then you have two of them, so you compare one group against the other group, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the requirements are that each group has to pass that test that's like the n times
I got D.
p whatever.
You got D?
Because if you do 1D, because if you do 1 minus 0.84 and times it by 56, it's like 8 point something. It's not 10.
Oh, cool. Okay. Alternative hypothesis. A study was conducted measurement. So because it's a paired testing, because it's before and after, would it be B?
Yes. That's what I
Is
got.
it B? So the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I need help on this next one.
It's obviously one of the first two, right? So it's either the predicted or the actual weight loss. Let's see.
It says residual is remaining after the greater part or quantity is gone.
So then it would.
So it's the
What?
remaining after the most of it's gone.
The remaining.
So are you sure that it's not? He has 5.5 more pounds to go. So it's B.
It's 5 pounds higher than his. Will you describe that definition to me again? I'm sorry.
The definition kind of confuses me. It says the remaining after the greater part or quantity has gone.
The remaining. So the residual is the remaining. So it's what's left over.
Yeah.
Was higher. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused.
So it seems like he still has 5.5 pounds to go. So it'd be that his actual weight loss was 5.5 higher than his predicted weight loss. Wait,
Yeah,
but
I'm
it's
gonna go.
higher or lower. It confuses me because this is a complete English term.
It's not very clear. But I think it has something to do with the predicted versus the actual, because I know that there's one over the, and I can't remember which. Predicted value.
So I'd say his predicted weight loss was 5.5 pounds higher than his actual weight loss. So like he said he was gonna we'll just say 5 to make it simple. Like he said he was gonna lose 10, but he only lost 5, so he still has 5 more pounds to go.
Okay.
I think
Okay. I think that makes sense. The B1 of the regression line was 5 pounds. So your B1 is isn't that your slope?
I thought. Let me double check.
It's 5 pounds.
Yeah, your B1 is your slope.
B is your slope because it's AX plus B for the most part, isn't it? Okay, B1 is usually your slope. Just kidding. I was thinking of something else.
Well, the only verbiage that makes sense to me is C.
C makes it sound like a slope.
Yes. What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I was leaning towards too. Guys, we have 17 more to go.
30 is, I think 30 should be B, D, and C.
So B, C.
B, C, and D. So, no, I'm sorry. Sorry. Okay, hang on. It's B, D, and E. Gosh, I just wrote it wrong. Because your observations are independent and your whatever measured without error, you can't do those with those plots.
Gotcha.
And it doesn't matter if it's independent, right?
Nope, it's all the same.
Cool.
So I had a little bit of trouble. Would you put, this is the flight one. Should you put the 90 days in on the left and the 14 days in on the right? Is that right?
I think.
Wait. $14 is on the right?
Yeah.
I did 14 on the left.
Oh, did you? See, I thought it'd be 9.
But why though? Why'd you put it on the left, Ruth?
I put it on the left because that's what it had it in the. No, because we're going back to the direct flight cost, so it's the same thing we had before. So I already had it on the left, but I'm needing to switch it over to the right now. As you look, it says compute the sample correlation
You're saying the same
coefficient.
thing as Heather.
Huh?
You're saying the same thing as Heather.
Oh, yeah.
14 on the right, 90 days goes on the left.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. I was like,
You
oh no,
switch it.
why? So if that's the case, I got 0.78. Maybe.
And for this one, do you take out all the blanks as well
Yes.
on both sides?
Yep. Because you can only compare them if you have information for both. Did I do that right?
Gotcha. Okay. And then would you say it's still fairly straight, even though you have those few that come down like in a Y shape, a sideways Y?
I had a hard time with that because it looked like most of the information was down at the bottom and then it kind of traveled up a little bit.
Yeah,
Is that what yours looks like?
that's what mine looks like.
Okay.
Oh, it's asking for the sample correlation. So
The sample correlation is R, right? The 0.78.
Yeah, correlation.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's a good way to remember it. Thank you. So I got 0.78 and then I am not sure. I didn't actually know for sure. I kind of wanted to call it nonlinear because it's like in a little hamburger shape at the bottom.
I think it's linear,
Right,
like a
wait.
tiny linear.
I mean, I can see how it kind of goes up to the right and it looks kind of positive. But then when you think linear with a strong positive association, it's usually in one long, like in a longer line or a hot dog shape, right?
Yeah, but it's definitely not negative.
No.
Yeah. Let's go with nonlinear.
So it says a hot dog cucumber shape in the data is what you hope to see in a scatter plot. There should be no pattern in the residuals. Oh, we aren't doing residuals.
I would say it's linear for sure. Because
Yeah.
you have a few outliers and like stuff that doesn't go with it. So it's not really strong. Because you know how it says linear with a fairly strong negative, fairly strong positive, or a strong negative. So it's not strong positive. It's fairly strong. Because for the most part, it's doing real good.
Okay.
And so with it being 0.78, your correlation being 0.78, that's closer to 1
Right.
than anything. So it's, I would say B.
Okay. Well, I was torn because I don't know. It just looks really weird. Okay, so the y-intercept would be is
115.64.
yes, and that's I'm hoping that I mean we put the information. Well, we agreed, so we put the information in the right place, right? So the slope is 0.627.
0.627, yeah, that's what I have.
And then, so then if we put the 200 in the x as, right, because that's our prediction, then that gives us 240.979
Yeah.
as our predicted number, right?
It's a 1 decimal place. So would you just say 9?
Oh, I'm so glad you see these things that I just don't see. Well, or would you say
Because it says give your answer
241?
accurate to 1 decimal place, so not rounding up.
She wouldn't round up?
When
Okay.
it says round it, it's usually like, okay, you can go up. But it just says give your answer accurate to 1 decimal place.
Okay, I will stick with that. I like that answer.
240.9?
Mm-hmm.
And you're sure we don't say 241.0?
Mostly.
Mostly sure?
Yes.
Lower bound of your confidence level.
Lower bound would be 217.058.
That's what I have. I don't remember that question.
Wait.
Or does it
What
want
are
us
the
to
margin?
go back and change it to and have it on the 2 sample? Because it's
Where are you finding
95%
confidence
confidence.
interval? Am I on
Well,
mute again?
on that spreadsheet, you can put the confidence level up at the very top under t-test. Was that your question?
Wait.
Oh, cool. I do have a 95% confidence. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So lower bound is 217.058.
Where are you guys looking? Because
Here. Screen share. Screen share. There we go. Share my screen. And here. So here is where you would put the 95% confidence level in this blue box right here.
got it.
Look at the confidence interval right here. Just kidding, not right there. In the confidence interval right here. You do that one. Wait, would it be this?
You don't look at that one. Me and Heather made that mistake
I'm confused.
on
Which one am I
Tuesday.
looking at?
You're supposed to look at, Heather, do you remember, was it the y-intercept
Oh.
or the slope? I think it was the y-intercept.
Oh, I did this last time too. You're so right. Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. It's the slope.
It's a
Oh,
slope?
it is the slope? You sure?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Let me look back on our test because I remember. 1 second, because we
I
made.
don't trust myself. But I'm gonna say that if I went to that the first time, then I probably was gonna screw it up again. Just a guess.
Will it? Even though the group meeting ended, will it still let me go in and see my answers?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it like, I remember we had the same question on our group meeting last time. Are you sure to let me go in to see my questions?
Yeah, you just go on to submissions.
Where do you find that?
So you go on your previous quizzes, and there's like a little down arrow when you go next to the quiz.
And what was it again? It was 23?
Yeah, because right now we're in 24.
Okay. 23 group main quiz, submissions, and attempt 2. It's for B1, which is, you're right, it's for the slope.
So glad you caught that.
So 0.627.
What?
What?
No, it's 0.518 for the lower bound. Wait,
Yeah. Yep.
is that what you were asking, Ruth?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But then the margin of error, so we do like 0.735 minus
0.735.
0.7.
I was using the 0.627. Right?
So did you guys get 0.108?
I probably got it wrong then, because
Or 0.109?
I was using the unstandardized slope number, the 0.627.
And minusing the lower bound, right? So you got 1.109?
No, I did the upper bound minus the slope.
So that's what I did, and I got 0.108.
You do upper bound minus slope?
Yeah, so it'd be negative 0.572.
So you do
Oh, no. No, I think I
0.735
got it.
minus 0.627. Get 0.108.
Okay, wait.
But then if you do the slope minus the lower bound, you get 0.109. So I'm sure it doesn't matter whichever one you do.
Okay, tell me how you got that answer. I'm sorry. Tell me what numbers you're using, because what 0.7 number, where's that at? Is it the 780? What? Sorry, can you just repeat to me what numbers you subtracted from what?
I did the upper bound.
The 0.054?
No, let me check. So you're looking at the standard error. If you go to the right a little bit for the confidence interval, you have the lower and the upper bound. So the lower bound is 0.518.
Uh-huh.
And the upper bound is 0.735.
Okay, my upper bound didn't come out right. I don't know why.
Huh.
That's really weird.
That is really weird.
Point
Do you have
seven.
all the blanks X'd out? Like, taken
Yeah,
out?
I do. That's really weird. Okay, well, that would be why my numbers are all screwy. That's not good. Okay, so you have for the upper 0.735.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. That's why I can't get my numbers to come out right. Okay. And so then would you take the slope? You'd subtract the slope from that?
Yeah.
Okay. Boy, this stuff is gonna give me a heart attack, I think. Okay, 0.108. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back with you now. I have a feeling I'm in really big trouble for this exam.
I'm confused for 39.
Okay, so I went back and looked at this, and this is what I got. The capital B's refer to a population regression line. For the next, conduct a hypothesis test to determine if the slope of the true linear regression line is not equal to 0. See, I'm confused because the little b's it said were predicted values of the
Oh, we do little
dependent
b's.
variable because it's the predicted value.
Mm-hmm. But do we do B1 or B2? I mean,
Wait, but
B0
it's
or
saying
B1?
it's if the slope of the true linear regression line. So little b's are the true and the big b's are the.
The little b's are the predicted value of y, which is the dependent variable.
So it's big b's for this answer. Because it's for the true linear regression, right?
Okay, but how do you know if it's B0 or B1?
So if it's, is it y? Because it's the,
It's definitely B1 because it's a slope.
Okay.
But my question is it the big one or the little one?
I could not find in the reading anything that totally clarified any of that for me. I just had a hard time with that.
So I'm thinking it's the big one because it's the true linear regression instead of the predicted.
I think so too. And it's
And
the
then-
slope, not the
So yeah, so it's B1.
predicted value because you're looking for y. So y equals the slope. I don't know. I will follow you. I don't know.
I believe you're big B.
I do, and I just didn't know whether it was the slope or the y-intercept.
So then for your
It is the slope though because it says slope.
Mhm.
It says for the next 4 questions, conduct a hypothesis test to determine if this
Oh,
slope.
perfect. Okay, I just have to read the directions. Thank you.
So for 40, would you get 11.509?
Yes, but I wasn't sure for sure. But that's what I thought. And then for the p-value, I got 0.
Yes. 0.
And then for the next one, I got C.
So, sufficient evidence to suggest does not equal 0. Gotcha. Yeah, that's really the only choice, right? Got it. I think there are more on here than on that little paper. I thought there were only 43 questions total. Okay.
That's okay. We're almost done. For the next one, did you get one sample t-test? Oh, wait. It might be a
But it's
proportion.
30 mothers, so
I know, but it's an unknown standard deviation.
yeah.
Okay, so mothers living in poverty. Mothers. And the birth weight data is recorded. So you think it's the one sample z-test?
Or t-test, because it's an unknown standard
unknown.
deviation.
Gotcha.
Right?
These confuse me. I believe you.
Yeah, I have a hard time with them too.
The next one I said it's a one sample z-test because it told us what the standard deviation was.
Yep. Agreed.
And then the next one, test of one proportion. That's what I'm thinking.
Is that
it's like
F?
a
Because that's what
percent.
I have written down.
1, 2, 3, A,
Yes.
B, C, D, E, F. Yep.
Okay, agreed.
And then 46, and marriage cancel.
I think I said F and G. Oh, I thought it said you could pick two.
Two proportions?
Yes, if you can only pick one, then I would say yes. Test of two proportions.
We're almost done.
Yay.
Because I need to eat dinner.
Same. I haven't even made it yet.
Business marketing firm specializes in radio.
Oh, linear relationship says linear regression. Right?
Don't even finish it. Yep. That's what I'm going to say. Anyways. Hopefully we get a good grade because I don't want to go through this again. I want to eat.
No, I agree. I want to sleep. I will tell you, it would have been way worse than that if I'd done this by myself. That's for sure.
87.23.
Oh,
I'm
man.
accepting it. But I do want to know what I got wrong.
Same. I'm like, okay, what did I do? What do I need help with besides
Wait, which
most
ones?
of the rest of it?
I'm looking.
Question 28. The one with the weight, the 5 pounds weight.
Would
That
it
was
be B?
confusing.
It would be B?
Probably. Okay, I guess 24 wasn't. I'm going backwards. I'm sorry. 24 wasn't as easy
Yeah, it was a trick
as it
question.
looked.
They were being mean.
That was rude.
Yeah.
P-value.
Oh no.
What?
21 is wrong unless I clicked the wrong thing.
Oh, yeah,
Would you
21 is
prefer
wrong.
21?
40.
Oh no, I
Okay,
should have
not
because
B.
we could with 233, not 250. Or wait.
Yeah, it would have been the last one.
Darn. Okay. And question 15.
What is the p-value? Oh, see, I thought we all got the same thing.
Oh, did you get that one right? Did it?
No, I totally got that one, but I thought we all did it together.
0.412 is wrong.
Yep.
Yep. And question 10.
What is that?
Question 10 is wrong.
Question 10.
And
But hey, question 11 is right.
which one was 11 again?
The one that we always worry about, the
Yeah.
95% of true mean chance, blah, blah, whatever.
Question 4
Dang
is
it.
wrong, the increase.
Oh, sorry.
Well, it
So-
was me that I was like, I'm just going to stick with increase.
Well, that's it made sense to me, but obviously it's not. So that means it's probably C.
Yeah, I'll look at it. Okay.
I don't even know. I don't even know if it's worth it to me because I am same. I'm tired and I'm hungry, and
Yeah. I need to eat before I get grouchy. So, yeah.
oh my gosh, I can't believe it's already after 9. Holy moly!
At least it's better than when the last time we met for these
Yeah.
practice tests, because for the last study guide, I think we ended around 10.
Oh yeah, they're rough. They can be really rough.
Okay. But hey, this is our last one, right?
Right?
Yeah. So 28 is
Yes.
B.
28 is B. Okay.
Okay.
That's right. And then what was the other one?
I think I'm going to let you go, guys.
Okay.
Thanks for helping me. I'll talk to you later.
Oh,
Bye.
thanks, you guys. Bye. Ruth, did you figure
Then-
out the other ones? Oh, sorry.
24.
Uh-huh.
I picked D just because you guys said B was wrong, and it seemed close. And D is also wrong.
Okay. Jeez.
And then let me see. I got 15. I got wrong. I didn't know what like random number to do.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So 15. So 10 is not A or D.
Well, that's baloney. I had C in my notes, so I don't know what that was all about.
Okay. And then 4 is we don't know because we don't have the full set. And then that's everything.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was awesome. So we missed like 5. Is that what we missed?
Around that. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, I was going to ask you too. I emailed everyone, but maybe could you just take a look and see where you think I might have gone wrong? I would like to not be responsible for getting everyone a 76%.
Well, what did she send a rubric back?
Yeah, I emailed it to everybody
Oh,
today.
cool. Yeah, I'll go through it.
That would be awesome, and I can add any changes too, and I'll be sure I look at it as well. But it looks like I missed the null and the alternative hypothesis. I didn't do well with the requirements for the hypothesis test, and the test statistic and its value. So everything else is okay.
It's pretty good.
I didn't realize it was weighted so heavy. It was another 25-point assignment. So
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna look at it tonight though.
that's okay. I have a week. I try to hit everybody ahead of time. So
Yeah.
I'm not like Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon going, hey, by the way, can you look at this?
Yeah, I'll look at it. Yeah, tomorrow. Because I have a 9 a.m. class, and then I'm kind of good for the rest
Oh,
afterwards.
fantastic.
So it's just
Well,
like definitely tomorrow. I'll
any
like
help
put it in my
is
calendar.
greatly appreciated.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you can be here. I'm just not. My brain is just not great with
Thank
that.
you. You guys help me understand like the whole what type, like for the alternative or the null, like what sign goes where. Because that's, I don't get that sometimes.
It's rough. It's totally rough. Well, and I watched a meeting too that the instructor gave, and she gave us this cool little outline of like where to start. So you start, you rule it out. Is it categorical? Is it quantitative? Then is it how many samples do you have? Like how many different data sets do you have? And then once you narrow that down, then there was a list, and I'll send it to you.
Ooh, that's
It's
a
pretty,
thank you.
yeah, it's very, very helpful. Okay, I'll just email that.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Have a good night. I'll make sure I turn this in. So
Yeah, you too.
good at work.
Good night.
Thanks. Bye.